Salutations friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing this fragrance from Hermes. It's Eau de Rhubarbe Ecarlate, and it is a fantastic fragrance for spring and summer, which is why I wanted to review and talk about it with you guys. So if you'd like to know what I think about this fragrance, then keep watching. Now, as always, for transparency purposes, I will let you guys know where I got a bottle. I did not buy this bottle. This was given to me as a partial bottle from a friend. I was intending to purchase this very soon within the next few weeks, but they were very nice and they gave this to me. So this was not sent to me to review, but this was also not purchased by me. This was a gift, but this is something I have been meaning to add to my collection. This is a fantastic fragrance that was released, I believe, when Kristin, if I mispronounced her name, please forgive me, started doing fragrances for Hermes. And I really think that this fragrance is something very special. There are some issues with it, which we will get into it when I go into the review, but I did want to talk to you guys about this. Now, this fragrance is a beautiful, very light, sheer scent that has a little bit of tartness and sweetness. The notes in this are white musk, rhubarb, and red berries. So because of the red berries, you have the fruitiness, and the tartness of the rhubarb really helps dramatically get rid of any overtly jamminess or overtly fruitiness. And the white musk actually gives this a nice kind of like effervescent feeling that gives it a lot of clarity. If I could say one thing about this fragrance, it smells the way the bottle looks. If you look through this bottle, you can see my face, hello, but there's still a richness to this bottle, and there's still like a depth to the red. So it's a very thick red, it's a very strong red, it's a very dark, deep red, but you can still see through it. And that's what this fragrance smells like to me. The white musk gives it a little bit of clarity, while the rhubarb and the red berries kind of counteract each other in regards to balancing out the tartness and the fruitiness. And altogether, it's a very minimalistic fragrance, but it smells like there's a lot more going on in it. And I think it's really beautiful and ingenious. I think this is a fantastic scent if you're looking for something special and fruity and youthful to wear in the spring and summertime, but you want to smell a little bit different than what everyone else smells like, but you also don't want to venture too much into the artistic or avant-garde. It's a very wearable, unique scent that I think is really beautiful, and you can also layer this with other things. I think this layers really beautifully with oud scents and also specifically other rose-dominant scents. I love it. I've loved it for a very long time. It took me a while to get a bottle, I don't know why, but this is something that I'm really glad to have in my collection. Now, that being said, let's talk about longevity and projection. The longevity and projection of this fragrance is where you might have some issues. Normally with fragrances from Hermes from this line, they don't really perform very well and they're not very loud. So I'm going to have to say that this still rings true with those other fragrances. Longevity, I get 2, maybe 2.5 hours on my skin, and projection, the first 20 to 30 minutes is past arm's length. It's really nice, and then it becomes a very close to the skin intimate scent. So this doesn't really have good longevity, and this doesn't really have good projection. For a bottle of this size, you're looking at spending about $130. So it's not a crazy expensive bottle of perfume, but it is just enough money where the longevity and the projection might not be worth spending this amount of money. Now again, as you guys know, I live in the tropics, so my environment's a lot more hot and humid, so maybe it'll last longer on your guys' skin. So what I would recommend is sampling first. And the one good thing about this scent is it's pretty easy to find. I think if you're living next to any type of Neiman Marcus or Saks, or Bloomingdale's or a Sephora, you should be able to sample this and check this out. My recommendation would be to go to Sephora and see if you can get a sample of this before you end up purchasing it. I think it smells really beautiful. It's a very safe scent. I think a very work-appropriate scent, considering it's not very loud, but even if it was a little bit loud, I think the smell would be a little bit easier to understand, so a little bit safer for a professional setting. But I think the longevity and the projection will be an issue for a lot of people, so definitely go out there and sample this first if that is a huge deal breaker when it comes to purchasing fragrances. Overall, I do not mind reapplying this fragrance. I really love it, and knowing that how it projected and its longevity, I still was totally okay with purchasing a bottle, but again, I'm different than everybody else. but I do think overall when it comes down to the smell of this fragrance, it's really beautiful and a perfect scent for spring and summertime. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. As always guys, if you like my videos, specifically my fragrance reviews, remember to give this video a thumbs up. It lets me know to continue doing videos like this. And also don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell. For the next few weeks, my schedule has changed, just while I get some things figured out on this end, so that way you won't miss out on any content. As always guys, I hope you're all happy and healthy and have a great day, month, year, whatever. And I'll see you next time. Bye!